Hey YouTube, Brandon here with Integrity Home Mortgage. Want to touch base with you real quick just with a video on a question that I received over this weekend. I get a lot of follow-up questions from my past clients in my database as we always stay in touch with them and want to offer them the best service possible. And one of those past clients, one of my favorite past clients, Steve, emailed me and asked me about a particular program and said, Brandon, would this program, this refinance program, be beneficial for me? We had looked at other options and they weren't beneficial. Was not in his best interest, just was not worth the cost of the refinance. So anyway, he emails me this weekend and asked, Brandon, am I eligible for Congress's 2021 Mortgage Relief Program? Great question. Let's dive into it and see what it is. So, reviewed all the details of it. Not a bad program, one we have seen in the past, especially around 2009 after the housing crisis. But Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac both offers a version of this Congress's 2021 Mortgage Relief Program. And again, what is it? What does it do for you? Let me remind you of a little mortgage program we had back in 2009 after the housing crisis called HARP, or Homeowner Affordability Refinance Program. This was a program put in place by the Obama administration, and it solely allowed homeowners to refinance when normally they couldn't because of the negative equity in their property, right? Paying the bills on time, they have good jobs, have great credit, but they're upside down in their home and therefore they're not meeting the standard refinance requirements. So boom, you're not going to refinance, right? You're underwater. So fortunately, the government during the Obama administration came up with the HARP program. And this would allow clients to refinance existing mortgages to those much, much lower interest rates at that time, but not having to meet the loan to value or equity requirements in the program. So technically you could owe $300,000 on a mortgage for a home that's only worth $250,000 and you're still able to proceed with the refinance, where normally you're limited to 95% of the appraised value of that property, right? So you may have to make sure that your loan amount is less than the value of your home, and therefore you're not upside down in the mortgage. Back to Congress's 2021 Mortgage Relief Program. So again, as I mentioned, there's two versions through Fannie and Freddie, and I referenced our HARP program back in 2009, which solely helped homeowners refinance into lower interest rates that were upside down, and the equity alone was preventing them from not meeting the standard refinance guidelines. So that's what we're looking at today. With the 2021 Congress's Mortgage Relief Program, that's all that this is. You have a Fannie Mae version and a Freddie Mac version of refinances that will allow you to refinance if you were currently upside down in your loan. Now, since the housing crisis, we've seen a lot of property values climb back up. I can't imagine we have a lot of homeowners in this current situation. I remember back during 2009 through 2018 when this program was available, just millions of homeowners were taking advantage of it, rightfully so. And it was a great program. No appraisal required, but you jump through the rest of the hoops and you got a great interest rate. So that's pretty much what we have today, but there are some rules that Fannie and Freddie have put in place for each of their programs. So let's talk about Fannie Mae's program first. All right, and keep in mind, both of these programs are going to be considered high loan to value refinance options, right? So meaning again, your mortgage balance may be greater than the value of your property, and can you still refinance? These are what these programs are designed for. Still have to have great credit, making those payments on time, have good employment, but other than that, there's some leniency in the program when it comes to equity and property values. All right, with this program, they do have certain seasoning requirements. What that means is you must have held this current mortgage for a certain amount of time before you're eligible for this Fannie Mae high loan to value refinance program. Was not originated before October 1st, 2017. So if your loan closed on October 1st, 2017 or after, then you would be eligible to look at this Fannie Mae HIRO, HIRO program that again lets you to refinance at a high loan to value if you're upside down or close to it in your property value. Now, in fact, to go with this program, you have to be a little bit upside down. You can't be within the normal loan to value guidelines and say have 10% equity and be able to use this program. Not eligible. You must be over that maximum loan to value that the program would normally allow. So again, must be upside down in this case. Now with Fannie Mae's, theirs is very simple. No appraisal required. They want a 15-month seasoning, so you've been in the home for at least 15 months. The good thing too is if you don't have PMI on your loan now, you won't go forward, okay? But if you do have PMI on your loan now, you'll continue with that PMI rate. All right, maximum loan to values. In the past, under the HARP program, there were no limit. Take it up to 150% loan to value, 200%, and you still met the guidelines and they would close on a lower interest rate. There are some restrictions here. So if you were to go to an adjustable rate mortgage from your current mortgage to an ARM, then you're going to be capped at 105% of your property value. But if you're going into a fixed rate mortgage, no loan to value cap, you can go as high as you need to go. Keep in mind, you're only paying off that first mortgage to improve the rate and payment. You're not pulling any cash out with these programs. Now, one of the other main requirements in order to refinance under the program with Fannie Mae, and this was very standard with the HARP programs back in the day, but you must have perfect payment history. Your loan could not originally have been a HARP refinance. Please keep in mind, if you took advantage of the HARP refinance program and you're currently on that mortgage now, you would not be eligible for these high loan to value refinance programs. It's a special refinance program that does not worry about your loan to value or your current property's equity. Allows you to refinance, verifying income, assets, credit score, and allows you to proceed to that lower interest rate, whether you're upside down in your mortgage or not. So definitely a great program. Real quick, Freddie Mac has a version of this as well. So you have your Fannie version, your loan must be held by Fannie to do that one. So our folks with a Freddie mortgage, we want y'all to have an option as well. So this is the Freddie option. Same deal, it's a high loan to value refinance, meaning if you're underwater or upside down, it's gonna allow you to refinance regardless of the equity position. If you're going to a 30-year term, no cap on the loan to value, meaning you could be 200% upside down in the home and you'll still be able to proceed with a refinance. If you're moving to an adjustable rate mortgage, then Freddie's going to put a cap on that loan to value of 105% of the property value. All right, at this time, there's no expiration date for this program, so that's great, definitely good news there. It's eligible for all occupancy types, so if it's an investment property you own or a second property that you own, and again, you're upside down in the value, then you may be a good candidate for this program. If you have equity in your property and you fit the standard guidelines, unfortunately, this will not be a viable option for you. All right, so pretty much the same deal with Freddie there. Like I said, we must have a Fannie and a Freddie option as it depends on who is holding your loan. But again, both these programs are high loan to value refinance programs. Again, that's solely designed for your homeowners that are upside down in their homes. This is the prime candidate for both of these programs right here. Somebody that is upside down or underwater. But again, we are seeing less of that as property values are increasing and we get more and more distance from us during the housing crisis, I should say. All right, so just to recap real quick, just like the HARP refinance programs during 2009 and 2018 brought on by the Obama administration, great programs that allowed homeowners to refinance regardless of their equity position. Still had to have great credit or at least decent credit, pay your bills on time, have income coming in, but the equity position did not impact your refinance. That's exactly what these programs are. So if you hear these terms again, and let me make sure I read this correctly, you gotta be careful with these advertisers here. They'll get creative on what they like to call the programs and how they like to make their emails look government official as well. But again, this is being advertised as Congress's 2021 Mortgage Relief Program. We dig deeper into that, we find that they're talking about the Freddie Mac Enhanced Relief Refinance Mortgage, which is a program for upside down homeowners that we just discussed, And on the Fannie Mae side, we have the HIRO, HIRO. That's their high balance refinance program under the Fannie Mae program. So only difference there, if your loan's with Fannie Mae, you must go the Fannie Mae direction. If your loan is with Freddie Mac, you must go the Freddie Mac direction. And again, you have to be underwater for these programs. So call us. That's something we can help you out with. We can look at conservative property values, your mortgage balance, help you determine, are these the right programs for you, or could we proceed with a traditional refinance? Keep in mind, a lot of these traditional refinances are receiving appraisal waivers. That means they're not having to have an appraisal done whatsoever and still able to proceed with the refinance, but not underwater. If you're underwater, let's talk about these two Fannie and Freddie high loan to value refinance programs. All right, guys and gals, as always, I greatly appreciate your support. Could not do this without you. If you like the information that you're hearing, please crush that subscribe button. I think I finally got the right side here. Also, subscribe to the channel to see more great mortgage information coming out. Content is being added weekly and as fast as we possibly can, and as fast as the compliance police will let me release those. So don't hesitate to call me with any questions. We're always here to help. You can check our information out at apply.rva.com. Again, our YouTube channel is a great resource, and you have all our direct contact information at both sites, YouTube and our website. Hit me up in the comments with some great mortgage questions. Love to interact with you, or just stop by to say hi. We love that as well. Have a great day, and I'll talk with you soon.